History is like a half-finished mosaic, beautiful where the pieces fit, but full of gaps that tease the imagination. Beneath the stories we tell about our past lie traces of something older, stranger, and harder to pin down. Ruins swallowed by jungles, tools buried in riverbeds, symbols carved into cliffs that no one alive can read. We're taught that civilization began a mere 6,000 years ago, but every so often a discovery nudges us to wonder, is our timeline too tidy? Are there chapters of humanity we've yet to uncover? This isn't about rewriting history with wild theories. It's about pausing to listen to the quiet questions the past whispers. So, grab a cozy spot, maybe a warm drink, and let these mysteries unfold. Whether you're working, winding down, or just letting this play in the background, there's no need to catch every detail. Just let the story of our ancient world carry you. Let's begin. To explore the mysteries of ancient history, we first need to understand the framework we've built. Modern humans, people with the same hopes, fears, and ingenuity as us, have walked the earth for about 300,000 years. For most of that time, they were wanderers, living in small bands, chasing game and gathering roots. Their lives were fleeting, leaving behind little more than flint tools and campfire ashes. No cities, no scrolls, just the rhythm of survival. Then, around 12,000 years ago, the world changed. The Ice Age's grip loosened, climate steadied, and people began to settle. They sowed seeds, tamed animals, and built homes that didn't move with the seasons. This shift, called the Neolithic Revolution, birthed villages, then cities, in places like Mesopotamia and the Indus Valley by 4000 BCE. Writing followed, capturing laws, myths, and trade deals on clay and stone. This is where we mark the start of civilization, a mere 2% of our species' existence. But what about the 98% before that? The vast, unwritten expanse of human life? Most of it is lost to time. Wood rots, leather crumbles, and floods erase entire villages. Yet, every so often, we find clues, structures, artifacts, or stories that don't fit neatly into our timeline. These discoveries don't demand conspiracies or lost worlds. They simply ask us to consider, could humanity's story be deeper than we think? Let's explore some of these quiet mysteries, starting with a site that rewrites what we thought possible. The enigma of Çatalhöyük. In central Turkey lies Çatalhöyük, a 9,000-year-old settlement that feels like a glimpse into another world. Discovered in the 1950s, it's not a city of grand palaces, but a dense cluster of mud brick homes, stacked like a honeycomb with no streets. People walked across rooftops, entering houses through holes in the ceilings. Inside, they painted vivid murals of leopards and buried their dead beneath the floors, keeping ancestors close. What makes Çatalhöyük puzzling is its sophistication. Excavations show no clear signs of kings or elites. Homes are similar in size, suggesting an egalitarian society. Yet the art, tools, and textiles reveal a culture rich in creativity and organization, thriving centuries before Mesopotamia's cities. How did a community of hunter-gatherers transitioning to farming build something so complex? Were they drawn together by shared beliefs, or was this a response to a changing world? Çatalhöyük doesn't answer these questions. It deepens them, hinting that early societies were far more intricate than we once assumed. The sunken cities of the Mediterranean. Not all mysteries lie on land. Beneath the Mediterranean Sea, submerged ruins tell of worlds lost to rising waters. After the Ice Age, melting glaciers raised sea levels by nearly 400 feet, drowning coastlines where people once lived. Since ancient humans like us favored coastal homes for fishing and trade, countless settlements now rest underwater. Take Pavlopetri, off Greece's southern coast. Discovered in 1967, this 5,000-year-old town has stone houses, courtyards, and graves mapped by divers in eerie silence. Its planned streets suggest urban sophistication rivaling later Bronze Age cities. Or consider Baiae, a Roman resort near Naples, now half submerged. Its mosaics and statues lie preserved under the waves, a reminder of how quickly nature reclaims what we build. These sites raise a sobering question. How many other cities lie hidden beneath the sea? Less than 10% of our ocean floors are mapped in detail. Storms, currents, and sediment bury evidence, and underwater digs are costly. Yet each sunken ruin suggests our history is incomplete, with entire cultures erased by waves. The past, it seems, is as much underwater as on land. The precision of Sacsayhuaman high in the Andes, above Cusco, Peru, stands Sacsayhuaman, a fortress of staggering precision. Built by the Inca around 1400 CE, its walls are made of massive stones, some over 100 tons, cut to fit so tightly a blade of grass can't slip between them. No mortar, no metal tools, just stone shaped with uncanny accuracy. What baffles archaeologists is the logistics. How did the Inca quarry, transport, and shape these boulders in a mountainous landscape? Some stones came from miles away, likely rolled on logs or dragged by thousands. The cuts, with angles as sharp as modern masonry, suggest a mastery of geometry we're still decoding. Was it sheer manpower, or did they know techniques we've lost? Sacsayhuaman doesn't just impress, it challenges our assumptions about what simple societies could achieve. The star maps of Chanquillo. In Peru's coastal desert, the Chanquillo Towers, built around 300 BCE, stand as an ancient astronomical marvel. 13 stone towers line a ridge, spaced to mark the sun's rising and setting points throughout the year. From a nearby observatory, priests or astronomers could track solstices and equinoxes, timing rituals or harvests. This precision predates European observatories by centuries. The builders, likely the Khmer Second culture, had no writing, yet their towers show a deep understanding of the sky. Were they worshipping the sun or mapping time? Chanquillo suggests that ancient peoples saw the cosmos as a guide, their stones whispering calculations we're only now hearing. The Caves of Lascaux. In France, the Lascaux Caves, painted 17,000 years ago, hold a mystery beyond their stunning art. Hunters painted bulls, horses, and deer across the walls, but some images, dots and grids, hint at more. Researchers now think these could be early star maps, tracking constellations like Taurus. If true, our ancestors weren't just artists but astronomers, reading the night sky long before telescopes. The caves were sealed for millennia, preserving the vivid ochre and charcoal. Why did people paint in such hard-to-reach places? Was it ritual, storytelling, or a way to connect with the universe? Lascaux reminds us that even our deepest past pulses with curiosity and meaning. The silence of the past. These sites, Çatalhöyük, Pavlopetri, Sacsayhuaman, Chanquillo, Lascaux, are just fragments of a vast broken record. Time is a harsh editor. Wood decays, metal rusts, and floods bury villages. Earthquakes topple temples, and jungles swallow cities. Even stone, so enduring, erodes under rain and wind. What we find is the exception, not the rule. Imagine your life 10,000 years from now. Your phone, your clothes, your home, gone. Maybe a concrete slab or a steel beam survives, but the story of you is lost. Ancient people faced the same fate. Their tools, songs, and dreams rarely endure. Flood myths, from Mesopotamia's Gilgamesh to indigenous tales, may echo real disasters. Rising seas or rivers turned wild. These stories passed down blend memory with metaphor, hinting at truths we can't yet prove. Archaeology is a puzzle with missing pieces. For every Çatalhöyük, thousands of settlements are gone. For every Pavlopetri, countless coastal towns sleep beneath waves. Our timeline, so neat on paper, is a sketch, not a portrait. This doesn't mean hidden empires or alien builders. It means our ancestors were complex, inventive, and worth seeking. The myths that remember across cultures, stories preserve what stones cannot. The Aboriginal Dreamtime Tales of Australia, some 65,000 years old, describe landscapes and stars with startling accuracy. In India, the Rig Veda, composed 1500 BCE, mentions a river, the Sarasvati, now dry but confirmed by satellites. These aren't just myths, they're archives of human experience. The Greek tale of a great flood, told by Plato, or the Mayan Popol Vuh's creation story, may encode memories of real upheavals, volcanoes, tsunamis, or climate shifts. Around 9600 BCE, a rapid meltwater pulse flooded coasts worldwide. Survivors rebuilding might have woven these traumas into tales of gods and deluges. Myths don't prove history, but they remind us. Ancient people weren't just surviving. They were observing, remembering, and passing on what mattered. The questions we carry. As we wander through these mysteries, one truth shines. History isn't a closed book. It's a living inquiry shaped by each new find. Sites like Çatalhöyük show early societies were more communal than we thought. Submerged ruins like Pavlopetri hint at lost worlds beneath the sea. Sacsayhuaman and Chankilo reveal engineering and astronomy that rival later eras. Lascaux whispers of minds attuned to the stars. These don't demand fantastical theories, they ask for humility. Archaeologists work with fragments, charred seeds, broken pots, weathered stones. Each dig refines our story, but gaps remain. Nature buries, time erases, and we're left to wonder. That wonder isn't a flaw, it's the spark that drives discovery. A call to wonder the past isn't just what we know, it's what we seek. Beneath jungles, under waves, in stories told by firelight, our ancestors left clues. Not of lost utopias, but of lives as rich and varied as ours. Çatalhöyük's rooftops, Pavlopetri's drowned streets, Sacsayhuaman's stones, they're invitations to ask better questions. History evolves with every spade of earth turned, every myth reconsidered. The greatest mystery isn't a single site or artifact, it's how much we've yet to learn. So, as you drift off or carry on, hold on to that curiosity. The past is still speaking, and we're only beginning to listen. What caught your imagination today? The sunken towns of the Mediterranean? The starlit caves of Lascaux? Share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear. If these quiet mysteries stirred you, subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. Thanks for exploring with me. Stay curious and rest well.